Into it today because we're joined by the one and only Just David. Hello. Welcome. The crowd goes wild. How is everybody doing today? It's Saturday. What are you guys up to, huh? We got a lot to get to. Don't I say that every time? Let me just fix this picture here for those watching. This little clip. Okay, let's focus. This is Patreon. We got to get serious. We're taking no prisoners here today. Love Hotel. There's a lot going on in the real world I want to talk about. Let's just finish it out with our ladies. Love is in the air. Hoo, 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 hoo. Love is in the air. What'd you guys think of the finale of Love Hotel? Where do we begin? We finally know the couple that's together in the real world. Well, I don't know, guys. I'm just gonna keep my opinions to myself. Look, let's start where we start right where we picked up. We pick up right where we left off last time. Earl and Shannon. There is drama. I'm Team Earl in this. A lot of you guys apparently from last week are Team Earl. Also, I just think Shannon is a handful, and nothing against Shannon. She's just always in a sour mood. I don't know. Is it just me or is Shannon always in a sour mood? But the ladies are team Shannon, it seems. And Shannon breaks down and she's very sad. And Earl is sad because his house is destroyed and he is upset that Shannon was out drinking all night. Uh, Dancing on the table. So Gizelle kind of steps in, the other ladies step in, Gizelle steps in and tries to explain what needs to be done. And you got to learn to listen to her, Earl. Of course, they take Shannon's side. I'm over Shannon. But I guess I should give her some grace, right? Anyway, the man's house is breaking down. Listen, is burning down. I'm gonna die alone, guys. So what the hell do I know about relationships? Nobody should be taking any advice from me. And Shannon and Earl, and I'm over the host, honey. I am just over the host. Um, Nothing against him other than he's just insufferable. I don't know. I don't want to start out on a bad note here. I've said before, I find Carl Radke to be the most insufferable man on Bravo. I will stand by that. This is not even on Bravo per se, but uh, is this on Bravo? I watch it on Peacock. But Carl is more insufferable than the host, everybody. But the host is insufferable, and he suggests that Shannon goes and has a private conversation with Earl, and they have a private conversation. Anyone else notice this? They're having a private conversation, and Earl is just trying to explain, like, maybe I didn't explain it to you properly. You're right. Like, maybe I should have been more expressive and told you that I was upset that my house was burning down from the tornado. I guess I shouldn't say burning down, but it was coming and it was going to bypass my house, and maybe I should have told you it could still get my house. Anyway, Earl is trying to express himself, and Shannon goes. Anyone else notice? Shannon goes from like 0 to 100, like trying to prove her case. Like the man isn't yelling at you; he's very calm, just explaining his point of view. I mean, this is the problem, and I'm not picking on Shannon. This is the problem with all of these ladies. This isn't Housewives. This is Love Hotel. You're not up against Tamra. You're not up against Heather when she said, if you ever come for my family again, it will be the last thing you do. And that is not a threat. Remember that? Well, Heather has the money for it. But I just noticed that Shannon goes from 0 to 100. She's yelling at the guy. The poor guy's just trying to explain himself. It's not Housewife, Shannon. You don't have to yell. Just explain where you're coming from. So Shannon explains to us there's been many kind moments with Earl, but there's been a lot of obstacles, and we're not sure how this is going to end up. Gizelle is very confused, and Ashley is very confused. They are torn between two men. Well, we go back to join the group, and guess what? James. James has a gift. Remember James? He's the one who's in love with Luann. He has a gift for Luann, a statement necklace. There is no gift better for the Countess than a statement necklace. He is very impressed with his gift, and Luann is very impressed with the gift that he has gotten to her. Well, it turns out that the ladies have to make a choice. They have to choose who they want to go on their date with. And it's very complicated. So Luann, of course, chooses James. She don't really got no other person. And well, Mitch and Mark, who I guess were in her group, go home. Ashley is very conflicted. She chooses both Ralph and Wale. Splitting the date from day to night, Gizelle follows suit. There's something on the water over there on Potomac, and she chooses Phil and the other guy, whatever the hell his name is, and the hot doctor. And Shannon, of course, chooses Earl, even though they're having problems. She is standing by Earl in this moment. Anyway, Gizelle starts with the date. She's chosen. She starts with Phil, and Phil takes off his shirt, and Giselle is very impressed. Okay, Phil, you have abs. Now, Giselle reminds us that Phil has a home in Beverly Hills and a Rolls Royce. I mean, Giselle is choosing between someone that has someone from New York City that has a home in Bel Air and a Rolls Royce and a doctor. See, I stand by it. My dating style is similar to Giselle. She has these two great choices, and yet she is just cold. I'm sorry. You should be cold. You just met these people for 2 weeks. I don't think you should open yourself up after 2 weeks. Shouldn't you get to know someone? Anyway, Shannon goes horseback riding, and Luann has a dinner date with James, and she is wearing the statement necklace. Luann lets us know the key to the Countess's heart is always to provide gifts. James is very happy to provide gifts. So Shannon says, Earl, let's just try to have fun. Let's just put all this behind us and let's just try to have fun. It's really not a good sign, Shannon, by the way, when you're on a date and you're like trying to convince yourself to have fun with someone. Well, Gizelle is back on her date and she says, I am picturing myself driving his Rolls Royce in Bel Air. Luann lets James know she only travels first class and she is a woman of the world. The man comes to take their order and Luann speaks French. She is waiting for James to speak French as well, and he lets us know he does not speak French. Luann raises an eyebrow, but she's having a good time anyway. James, knowing Luann, I think James is, look, you got to give Luann attention, and there's nothing wrong with that. And he basically has said he loves her. And although I might run for the hill if you told me you loved me after 2 weeks, and Giselle might run for the hill if you told her after he loved her after 2 weeks, Luann loves it. She loves the gifts and the attention. So, but Luann gets down to business and lets us know that she means business. She travels. How will this work? She asks James. I live in New York. Well, Shirley lives in Sag Harbor, but New York too, and